Merry Christmas, boys and girls. Gather around. It's time for another Christmas story. And this story is about the first time Santa went to the moon. Everyone thinks that I only fly my reindeer at Christmas time, like Christmas Eve. Well, that's not true, because I'm always exercising them and taking them and the elves for rides. Well, let me tell you a story about I went for a fly and I got lost. Why, I can still remember the day. It was July 21st, 1969. And with it being in summer, the elves wanted to fly down to Disneyland and play with the children. Well, we hitched the sleigh up, and I noticed Rudolph wasn't feeling well. So I put a new reindeer, Ronald, at the front. It was his first time leading the way. Well, we all got aboard. All the elves were sitting where the presents usually go. So off we went, singing songs. Oh, in those days, I didn't need to contact air traffic control for permission to take off. Well, with everyone singing and laughing, I wasn't watching where we were going. And all of a sudden, we were going higher and higher and higher and higher, and it was dark. It was dark, and we couldn't see where we were going. If only Rudolph had been here, his red nose could have guided us back home. So we just kept going and going and going, and then all of a sudden, bump! I looked up, and I could see the planet Earth. My goodness, I was on the moon. I sat there on my sleigh with the elves and the reindeer, thinking, should I step down? It was only one small step for Santa, but one giant leap for the elves. Just then we were startled. Hello? Hello? Hello, we heard? Who was it, I said. I'm Marvin, the Moon Man, the voice said. Then he appeared from behind a rock. Why, I shook his hand. He was a cute little feller. I'm the man on the moon. And I said, I am pleased to meet you. I'm Santa, and these are my elves and my reindeer. We're lost. Marvin said, don't worry. Why, you're the first visitors from the planet Earth, but I'll show you how to get home. Well, I told Marvin that I'm Santa Claus, and every year I bring presents to all the children. He says, I got a family. He said, come back to my house and meet my family. So we went to the moon house. And I told his children that they were good boys and girls, that I'd come back at Christmas and bring presents. Because everybody needs a family, especially at Christmas. Well, we had a great time on the moon. We had a party, and then we flew back home to the North Pole. And, of course, we had to tell Rudolph what had happened. So, boys and girls, if you look to the sky and you see a sleigh flying on Christmas Eve, you'll see Santa heading to the moon to deliver the presents to Marvin's family. And then, when you're all asleep, Santa will fly back to the planet Earth and deliver your toys. Merry Christmas, boys and girls. Hoo, hoo, hoo.